All right. I guess we're live. What's up, Bill? How's
Not
it going?
much. What's up
Not
with
much.
you, Chris? Good to see
Same
you.
stuff. Yeah. It's glad that you showed up early. Your normal 2 minutes before broadcast.
Right on time.
Right on time. That was good.
Yeah. It's a normal hurricane right before broadcast every time here with the garage.
Yeah, I can understand that. That sucks. You had some bad weather in your area and you had to rearrange your spot. So we're getting a different view of Bill's garage. You might see some weed killer, whatever that is back there. We got some paint on the left.
Oh, you want to show the paint? Yeah.
Yeah, we got the paint. We might as well show it because every time you move to the right of the screen, we see it. So might as well point it out. Get ahead of it.
This I pulled out of my storage because it all has to go, the paint, but I can only drop it off 1 day a week, and you only get like 4 hours that one day to drop it off.
Oh, that's very convenient.
So I'm waiting for that moment. That's why it's all stacked here. Look at all this paint.
It's a lot of paint.
It goes back.
I would bet your co-host Joe of the other show you do, or one of the other 7 shows you do, I bet he probably just pours that right down the gutter, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just right down the gutter.
At his neighbor's house.
Yeah, of course. He ain't going to get blamed. Right, yeah, he's not going to get blamed.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff. You got my old, you haven't got to have a turntable in the garage. That's a turntable.
That's like your starter or your inheritance from your parents or something?
No, that was a yard sale, but they did have a Lloyd's like that when I grew up.
Yeah.
That's a Lloyd's.
Nice little starter set going on there, and then you moved on to the real stuff.
Yeah.
That you probably never use.
Yeah, okay. And then what I've done is I've picked up all the tiny piles you made me create.
That's
great.
And
I put them all on my workbench here. So here you can see all the Hollywood special tapes.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a Hitchcock pile. And a
I'm glad you found the Hitchcock pile. You were a little nervous last show.
Yes. And back there is all the Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, God.
And then you got 007 and some movie monsters.
Yeah, those are good.
Back here is John Wayne.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
You got Clint Eastwood right there.
Yep.
And here is... No, these are Westerns.
Yeah, but those are just the other Westerns, non-John Wayne.
Non-John Wayne. And then that's war movies.
This guy definitely had the stuff he liked. I mean, there's no disputing it. He went all in on his genres that he was into. Yeah.
You got the dollar bin, which we have to go through again because you've already changed your mind on several titles that are in there.
Okay. We could do that.
Sprinkled on top is the fact-checking tapes I did last week. Where
I heard you think that I was off on some of your garbage, but then you come back to me with Canadian money, and that's like funny money. You might as well say $100 in Monopoly money, Bill.
I'm in Canada, so
I didn't know we were working on that bar, because then it's like anything over 50 cents American is like a fortune to you.
So I don't know if I should. It's pretty dirty over here, but here is.
There's some more piles. I love it.
That's the middle of the road box.
Yeah,
so potentially that's worth more than the dollar bin tapes, but
potentially for sure.
That's the going out west box.
You also got to keep in mind. Okay, if you were in America where you would have a cheap shipping rate like Media Mail, and this isn't an anti-Canada thing. This is just like the facts of it. If you were here, there would have been some I would have recommended you put on eBay. But I know in your area, it wouldn't work. You are not going to be able to ship a tape to America under, probably $20 or something and make it worth it for you. The weight would kill you. I know. So that's why some of those tapes were kind of like, I mean, if you were to sell it in maybe like a yard sale environment or probably more like a con game swap, tape swap kind of thing, someplace where you could take old stuff, I feel like you'll be able to sell those. On your eBay, it would, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe you're Kijiji, but it seems like Canadians aren't as into VHS as Americans, though.
It's not happening yet, for sure.
Right. I do know some who are into horror, but I mean, I think that's kind of a universal collector thing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got the Going Out West box here. It's precariously on the corner. That could go at any time.
Yeah. So. Yeah. If we hear a big crash, we know what happened.
And then the Showstopper box is underneath all that.
That's a good box.
And then you have some tree fertilizer spikes. These are really good too.
Oh, okay.
It's a good snack.
I could use that.
And we got some kids movies, Christmas movies there. And yeah, that's where we're at so far.
Well, I think we got a good thing going on here, man. You definitely got to segregate it in the best way. At least it's got its maximum potential to sell by the way it's been segregated.
That's true. But like you said, shipping will work against us.
Yeah, sure. that's going to be rough for you. Anything involving online or shipping, it's going to be rough.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome everyone to the show. Thanks for joining us on the VHS show. I do not see the chat because last week I had a separate device going to show me chat. And I think that caused a lot of the picture problems. So I didn't do that this week. We leave it up to the director, producer, analog legend, Chris Roberts, to manage the chat and put it up when something is interesting on there. Or he'll relay the info.
Yeah, either one. I'll either read it to Bill or I'll just click this little fancy button over here that'll put it on the screen.
I don't get this mobile phone layout of StreamYard because to the right, I have a thumbnail of myself that I see already. So that's redundant. And then it says you're in the show. Why not put the chat there? Like,
yeah,
what am I missing?
I don't know. I've never done it through the phone. I did it. Actually, I take that back. I did it the one time when I called in. Well, a couple of times when I called in from the road. But I think I did it through Safari, which might be a little different than what you're going through. You're probably going through Android-based, right?
Chrome through Android.
Yeah, Chrome. Yeah. So I don't know what it looks like. I know what it looks like on my computer, and that's about it. So.
All right. So welcome. Hit the subscribe. Hit the like button. Do we have anyone here yet?
Well, we had someone pop in and pop out, and it's a little early, so we'll just and we get replay views, obviously, because I've seen some of our views, and I've never seen that many in the chat at one time. So obviously, there's a little bit of after hours replay value to this. Not so much the vinyl show, but we're working on it.
Look at these are all the notes I took of fact checking Chris Roberts on eBay right there.
Just
folks.
Go ahead, just fold those up. And
so if you want to play the game,
you can put that in the paint box over there.
Like what? You wouldn't believe it.
All right, let's see.
The Egg and I. Chris Roberts said throw it out. $10 right there.
Yeah, but is it though? $10 shipped?
Well, I can't look that up because it's sold for $10 and it says shipping to me is this much. It doesn't say what shipping to the buyer was. So we don't know that.
See, that's going to be the problem for you though with some of those. That's a very niche tape that I'm shocked that it ever sold for $10. I mean, the only thing I can see is it is an MCA release. So, I mean, it has a little bit of credibility to it, but I just don't see you selling that.
Well, you're missing it. It's Ma and Pa Kettle collection.
Yeah, again, all the people who used to watch Mom, Pa Kettle are either in a retirement home or in the grave.
Well, it's sold for $10.
There's nobody under 95 that watched Mom, Pa Kettle.
So Chris Roberts would have had the super chat. The difference between
what
$3 and $10, something like that.
Guess nobody noticed though.
Maybe we should say we're sending it to charity, and then
you could do that. No, you mean my money or your
tapes? Money? Yeah.
No. I mean, you can take those tapes down with your little fraudulent paper there with all these inflated prices, and then say that's what it's worth, and get some sort of donation slip for them.
Chris Roberts said the last picture show. Throw it out. He said.
I looked that up. I specifically
this is hot.
Remember. No
between $9 and $18.
Oh, Now, did you see if that was sealed or not?
Of course.
All right, well, put it in your dollar bin.
What else? Oh, this one. My spidey sense went off on that one. Chris Roberts said,
I
looked
that up. I looked that up. I'm going to have to fact check your fact checking because I feel like there's some fraud going on here.
That's a $9 tape right there.
No,
the Ghost and
no, it's
Mrs.
not.
Muir. Yeah. And, I want to show you the most interesting one because it definitely tripped us all up. Some of these got scattered as I was moving it around, unfortunately.
Well, here we go.
Fireball forward. Chris Roberts said, throw that out.
That's a junk tape. There's nobody paid $10 for that, Bill.
He said, throw out Fireball.
Okay, all right. Let's go to fact check number 1. Your Ghost and Mrs. Muir, I could buy it right now for $5.99 free shipping. What is that going to net you, Bill?
I look in the sold section. That's what we do
I'm
for
looking in. I can
record.
actually buy it right now for $5.99. Who's buying this?
It might be somewhere that people don't want to shop from that person. I look in the sold. Let's be fair.
Well, yeah, but let's be honest. It's not selling.
Fireball forward. This is our most expensive tape. $19.
No chance.
$19 right there. Chris Roberts would have a super chat, quite a bit of money.
You know what they tell children about the liar, liar, pants on fire? You better be careful, buddy.
I got the facts, folks.
No, that's fraudulent. That's lies. I've already exposed you for the Ghost and Mrs. Muir.
No. We checked the sold. That's Chris Roberts' Dollar Dorks number 1. Check the sold.
No, it is. But also, who are you competing with? One sale does not make the price. You have to have an average. If you ever actually listened to a whole episode, you might have heard that. Right now, Fireball forward, I could get it for $11.99 free shipping. But I will give you this. There are only 2 listed. And one is new, and that one's crazy. Nobody's buying that. And I will look up your sold item. I will look up
you won't even say the potential price.
Well, it said $49.99, but nobody's paying that. Look, there's only one sold. I don't know what you're looking at. There was one sold for $14.99 free shipping or best offer. So you don't really know what it sold for.
$18.70. I have it right here.
I have it right here. Look. $14.99 or best offer.
The point was, it was not garbage.
It's $18.70 Canadian, though, right?
It's not garbage. So, chat, you guys could have totally made a ton of money off Chris Roberts for this if you'd have
no chance. What about all the good stuff I pulled for you that's going in the Chris Roberts pile? Hey, you didn't actually point out that pile. What happened to that pile?
That pile all about those.
That pile better not have got mixed in with anything.
I can't find the tape, but there was another movie called Straight Jacket.
See, I think that's fake. I've never seen a Straight Jacket movie.
Now, no sold, but it's listed only between $23 and $32.
What does that mean? No, it's not.
You said go look at the listings, so that's the listed price.
It is. You look at listings and you look at sold, and then you compare.
Well, I can't find it, but Straight Jacket
it doesn't exist. It's
another big one
in there. No chance.
Okay, The Wistful Widow of Wagon Gap. $300 tape right there.
Bullshit. You would have led with that. Bullshit. I would have been hearing about that for last week and a half. There's no chance.
So anyways, that's the recap, guys. This is what we have to watch out for. We do have an expert here on the left side of your screen, but we got to keep track of them, keep them honest.
Listen, sometimes I get worn down by all the crap you show me that it all just blends together.
See, I'm in a garage. I can't be on a computer checking this stuff. So that's why we're trusting the legend here. And we got to, if you're in the chat, have fun with him and double check his math for sure.
We will see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we're down to the final box, correct?
This is down to the final box.
The final countdown. It's amazing.
I have been thinking, why can't I just put a shelf around the whole border of the garage?
Why can't you? It would look
just
awesome.
Go. That'd be crazy, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? Your buddy Kevin, a friend of the show, right? He makes a lot. You know, VHS is garbage to him and all this stuff. But what has the aesthetic that a VHS tape does? You imagine this on Blu-ray, you wouldn't even care. But you stick this on a shelf, it looks nice, pops off, very collectible. Yeah, and they're relatively cheap when you find them in the wild. Now, obviously, if you're eBay shopping, you're going to run into whatever the market rate is. But, you know, you can go into a thrift store, spend about $4 or $5, get a lot of good stuff to bring home. I'm all into it, man.
They're miniature movie posters.
That's it, too.
It's like,
well, and not only that, I mean, you also, like, I don't know how you feel about it, but I also enjoy, like, the local history as well. Like, who would ever remember Ashland Park Video? You know what I mean? Like, this is just, this is dead to time. The only thing that keeps it alive is this sticker. That's it, you know, on this one. And then sometimes you'll run into it where you'll see that it got sold to another video store, like my Halloween H2O around here, and they'll have multiple stickers from other stores. It's just like a local history, man. And
that's weird.
I appreciate it. Yeah, one store must have bought out another, or maybe it was a sister store and that one went under, something like that. But I have one that has like a Fresno label and then a Parlier label, which is a little local town near Fresno. And I can't see it offhand, but it's pretty interesting to me, and I like it. So somebody's got to preserve this stuff, Bill.
Okay. Now look, you're in for a treat right now. I'm just playing back one of these blank tapes that were in the box, and they recorded children's programming here. And this is Canadian classic Mr. Dress-Up. That's one of his puppets right there. And you just saw Mr. Dress-Up before that. I don't know if people can see that.
It's a little washed out from your lights.
The recording is horrible, but
yeah, but you can see some of it. I think if you turn it a little bit to shift it like this a little bit, yeah, that's probably a little better. There you go.
Look for Mr. Dress-Up here in the background as we talk.
So is that a show that you used to watch when you were a kid?
Yeah, probably. He had a tickle trunk.
Mr. Dress-Up with a tickle trunk?
Yeah.
Is he in prison now, or what's going on?
He's a broadcasting legend. They named a whole building after him.
Can you imagine trying to sell that show in today's, like, yeah, you know, we got this kid show, Mr. Dress-Up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, tell us more. Well, he's got a tickle trunk. You're like, no, wait here. Authorities are on the way.
Yeah. He had a couple puppets named Casey and Finnegan, if I'm recalling.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's
when I was a kid, we had all of maybe 5 channels, if we were lucky, that we could pull in from the antenna, and that show was on the channel that came in perfect every time. So whether I liked it or not, I had Mr. Dress-Up to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. That's pretty cool, man. Well,
is there anything you want to start us off with? Any exciting news?
I got a couple of pickups. I won't go through all of them now. I'll tease them a little bit through the show, but I'll just show the tape that I was showing the stickers from. But you ever see Cloak and Dagger? No.
Never saw it's a show that's on now, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about that, but this was a movie. And it had Henry Thomas in it, you know, the kid from E.T. I actually ended up finding another one too. This one I found a few weeks ago, but since I'm showing part of the Henry Thomas collection.
Yeah.
Matt was really our buddy Matt. And apparently this movie made a big impression on him as a kid. I remember seeing it I think once, because, you know, anything that had Elliot, you know, from E.T. in it, I would definitely check out. But pretty cool, pretty decent shape, you know. No real brand on the release, which is usually suspect. But man, it's great cover art. Of course, they they really wanted you to know that it was Henry Thomas, the star of E.T. I always thought like E.T. was the star of E.T., but
yeah.
I mean, I guess when you're trying to sell a movie, you're going to say what you got to say, right?
I guess he had the biggest part.
Did he though? I mean, the second biggest part. You take him out of the movie, there's still a movie. You take E.T. out of the movie, there's no movie.
Well, you can't really. E.T. didn't get on the daily schedule. The probably number one actor
did.
Yeah, maybe. E.T. wasn't getting an Oscar.
No, but he should have, because let's be honest, that was what everybody went to see. But this is about a kid who has an imagination, or what do you call it, imaginary friend, and turns out like he's a super spy. And I can't remember if the spy actually became real or something like that. But anyways, there ended up being some like espionage in this. But it's cool. It's a little old school MCA release with one of the older logos, which is always pretty cool to see. Anyway, I don't know how much it's worth, but it's worth a lot to me. And it definitely will go into a place of prominence, probably somewhere down there. But it might make the wall. And I'll show. Well, I guess I'll just show this. What you're supposed to lead with the story, right? So I found this. It's not a tape, but it's kind of tape related. And this really got Bill all worked up.
Yeah.
You're all pissed off and jealous. So I found this matchbook. Now there was at estate sales, especially from a certain generation, there's a lot of like consistent things you will see, and usually one of them is like a lot of fridge magnets and old newspapers and stuff like that. But it seemed like everybody back then was really into collecting matchbooks. Like when you travel somewhere,
that's true. Yeah.
You were at a hotel, you stopped at a gas station, you went somewhere, you always picked up a matchbook. They were always given out. A lot of people put a lot of time and effort into promoting their businesses through matchbooks. So even my grandparents, they weren't collectors at all, and they had a little jar that was full of different matchbooks. So I don't even know how. It was like a beam of light shot out of it, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, what?" And I dug through it and I pulled it out, and I found this. That ain't worth a lot, probably about $10, but it's an original 1979 matchbook for promoting the movie Alien, and you can even send away for a mail-in shirt. And these were true collectors. They didn't use any of the matches; they left them as is. Yeah. So, and then while I was digging through it, I found this was just randomly sitting on the table too, and I thought, hey, wait a minute, I think that'll fit. And look at that! And I got me a little acrylic case to hold it. I'm going to start my own grading service, just like all those video game services. So if you want to send in your matches, I will grade them. I will put a real microscopic grade right here on it, and I will charge you about $80, and I'll send it back to you, and maybe you could sell it. What do you think of that, Bill?
Yeah, seems fair.
My retirement plan.
Yeah. So that match, you just like palmed that and then walked away?
No, I would never do that. Frankly, I could have, but I wouldn't have, because I got integrity, Bill. I'm not like you scumbags up north who steal stuff from estate sales. I paid for it, but actually, the lady ended up just giving it to me because I don't know. I made good friends with the people running the sale, and it was her mother's place, and we were chatting for a while, and I did buy some things. Not worth showing in this show, but I did buy a few things off of them, and I actually even helped her move a few things, and she gave me a few things. This is one of them, and it really blew up in the socials. I mean, I wouldn't call it viral, but
oh yeah,
sure, it's pretty good. Well, real viral is like 1 million, but
wow,
for my small amount of followers, 1,000 something likes, like 1,200 or something like that, it's pretty good. I never get that much action on Twitter. Well, I remember because I kept sending it to you. I didn't know that it was like 1,174, but something like that.
That was on Twitter, which you don't have. Like Instagram is your real.
No, yeah, that's more of my world on Instagram. Which even then, it did pretty well. A lot better than I thought. And then I had friends sending me other people who had, took my post and cropped out my name and pass it off as their finds. I always like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think it's funny. But it's like, yeah, that's really neat. You must have picked up my hand as well.
There's Mr. Dress Up.
Yeah, well, that guy looks sketchy. Real sketchy,
man. Well, hey, do you have a picture of that VHS from our loyal viewer that sent you to it? Sent us that VHS of his? The Alyssa Milano?
You mean that thing that's, like I'm supposed to share it on the screen or something, right?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm supposed to do? Like I was supposed to do weeks ago?
Yeah, months ago.
Yeah, I have it. I think it got buried in our chat, man.
Okay, don't worry about it. Well, he sent us a tape he found from his wife's collection. It was the Alyssa Milano, was a workout video.
Oh, yeah. I bet you that's workout videos have a little bit of following. The more obscure ones, the better. But, like you'll run across, Richard Simmons videos. You'll run across some generic ones or some that came bundled in with like ab machines or something. But the ones you want to really look for is there's a horror one where I guess it's like a horror theme. Like they're all dressed up in horror costumes. It's called, I believe it's Killer Workout. There's also a movie with a similar title, so I kind of forget which is which. But there's a horror release, and that one's like triple digits. And
wasn't there like a thriller workout video?
There might be. I don't remember that one, but I'll tell you what, I will be able to tell you next week though, because from the same people I bought my Stuck on VHS supplement book and my and then of course the original Stuck on VHS. They also put out one on workout tapes, and I just bought that. So that one's on the way. I'm going to take a look at that one. So I'll be able to tell you a little bit more.
And they had to self-publish it, eh? Crazy.
Hey, you know what? They're doing good, man. It's a smart business model, though. You keep it within reason. You keep your costs down, and you sell out. And they always do. That lunch meat. Go to lunchmeat.com. They are not sponsoring the show, but I'm sponsoring them. Those dudes are awesome.
They can.
Well, they can. Yeah. All they would be doing is giving Bill my money.
So that would be great. I would love that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
So the point is, if you're watching and you want to send us a picture of some crazy VHS you have, just send us an email at starttocontinuemail@gmail.com. It's in the contact section at YouTube on the YouTube channel.
And we'll do better on that. That's my bad. I forgot about that. And the guy who sent in that picture, apologize, because that sounds like a really cool tape.
Yeah, and like Chris Roberts was supposed to send me a new picture for the thumbnail.
Right.
That was months
That's
ago,
actually not my fault. That's not my fault. We can talk about that off air. That is not my fault, though.
That's no big deal. I like what we got.
I like that, too. What did you do? Did you reverse that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, because I was like, I thought I was looking the other way, but that was very clever of you. I like it.
Well, there you go.
This is a clever man.
You should get that on your stickers and sell that instead of your Mario.
I mean, if I wanted to sell it, then if I wanted to lose money, I would do that.
There you go. I mean? All right. What do you think? Should we start?
I think we should start. We do have a viewer right now in the audience. People have been bouncing in and out. We don't have any of our regulars yet, or if it's so, they haven't spoke up. Matt Bandy.
All right.
What's up?
Oh.
Damn it. I know.
Jeez.
That's shocking. I can't believe Matt's not in the chat already.
Oh, that's okay. Then there's no negative comments coming my way yet.
Well, but that's what I need. I need him to write garbage so I can continually highlight that every time you get happy about some random tape.
I got to get the garbage box here close.
Yeah, you got to get close. That's what we need. You sure you don't need a dolly for that, Bill?
Pretty much. And I'm looking at the garbage bin, and I question again, like How the West Was Won.
No way.
The Killing Fields. Nope. Goodbye, Mr. Chips is in there.
No.
Manchurian Candidate.
I looked it up, man.
We got to go with
the shipping. It's 0.
Yeah, I know.
It sucks.
The Charlie Chan, which was very.
In all honesty, though, I do think, that was that one. I was surprised. I thought that would be worth something because with the racial angle. I do think you could probably just box that whole box up, your garbage box, and somebody would come and buy it. If you threw that up on your Kijiji or whatever your version of OfferUp is there, someone probably would come and get that.
I did that after our first episode, our first garbage box. No.
Yeah.
No. First I had it for $10 and then I put it for free and still nothing.
Still nothing. Wow.
Yeah. And then I put it out to the road because we had one day in the summer is like an official put your stuff out to the road for free day. Yeah. I forget what they call it, Free Cycle Friday or whatever.
So do you go lurking around?
Not if it's on a yard sale day, I'll keep my eyes more.
Man, that seems like a great day to pick up some old CRTs.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Yeah.
That's what I'd be hunting for on a day like that is old CRTs, because people haven't got wise to the fact that people are willing to pay a lot of money for those. I mean, a lot, relatively speaking, but a lot more than they would expect. Like I picked up a Panasonic yesterday for about $10, and that thing sells for over 100 consistently on eBay. Now, granted, that is with shipping, so probably about 30 to 40 of that would go towards the shipping, but nonetheless, that's still a lot more than I think most people would expect. I wouldn't sell it through eBay. It would be something I'd mostly try to sell locally or whatever. I'm going to take it with me to a buy and sell trade event coming up next month. I think it's next month. I plan on taking some CRTs, some oddball stuff, but yeah. And you always want to look out for the ones that have the built-in VCRs, because if they work, those are easy sellers. At least they are in my area. All right, go ahead. You done? I see you tuning me out. Go ahead. Go to your tapes.
No,
Let's see what
I just heard banging out there, so curious what's going on. But we'll start things off big with a Spidey Sense tape.
Okay.
Because it's Spencer Tracy and Mickey Rooney together in Captain's Courageous, where Mickey Rooney's got to teach this millionaire's son spoil sport how life works.
This is something that gets your spider senses going.
Yeah, it would, because that's a classic movie that we don't see on Blu-ray.
I mean, the out of print aspect of it is a good way of thinking, but there has to be a little bit of popularity to it.
You've never heard of this movie? No. Spencer Tracy and Mickey Rooney together. That right there.
Yeah, it would have mattered in like 1948 or whatever, but not now. What's it called again? I'll look it up. Let's expose Bill's spider sense.
From 1937, Captain's Courageous.
So yeah, my time frame wasn't off. Captain's. All right, let's see what happens.
Yeah, $8 tape probably.
You think so, huh?
Yeah.
$8 is what you're going. So now, if you're wrong, then you'll buy one of my stickers, and I'll send that out. Is that right?
Yeah. Apparently, I got to buy them. Apparently.
I thought I sent you one. I sent you the old one. I haven't sent you the new one. Well, we're working on a deal. There'll be some. I'll send you a couple of them, and you can stick one somewhere at your work. You guys got an area where a lot of weird shit is?
No.
Oh.
No, they're pretty straight there.
They're pretty straight. That's lame. Yeah. All right, listen. One did sell for $5 plus $2.89 shipping, but it does have a best. But it does have a best offer feature. So when I see that, I usually think probably it went for $3. If I had to guess, I would say it sold for $3, but it was probably about a $5 value complete. And if you throw in the fact that they paid tax, probably about $6.50. But again, you can't even ship it for $6.50, Bill.
Point is, that's US, Canada, $8. Right. I was bang on.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. We're going American rates here, Bill. I'm hosting the show. We're on American dollars when I'm the host.
This can at least go in the dollar bin then, right?
If somebody no way. You know what? I will tell you though. I am shocked to see this. I will give you some credit here. one actually without the case sold for $7. I can't even get that in the screen well. Look at that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Plus $2.89 shipping. It got one bid. Okay, Bill. Well, I mean, looks like you're gonna make a fortune off of that one. Was that what release was that though? Was that MGM? Pull out the tape.
It's MGM Turner.
Let me see the tape though. Yeah, that's the right tape. Well, it's not the same tape, but it's the right company. This one has a different label. Look at here, Bill. It has a different.
Oh yeah, it's horizontal.
Yeah. You know what I thought? I thought of another thing. I wonder if it's going to work, but I could pull in this and I could show you stuff in my. I can use my phone and pop in another screen, huh?
Yeah, I used to do that on the vinyl show.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd have another camera set up as like a close-up camera.
Yeah, but I'd have to pull up another box, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, and you take a hit on bandwidth, so I don't know if your signal can.
Well, right. No, this would be off my cell signal. I wouldn't pull off my house. I would just pull from the. I got a grandfathered package. I don't get dinged on data.
Americans don't have to worry about data.
Nah, we're civilized, Bill. We don't have socialized medicine though, so there is that. We do get a couple of perks, but. You know, while you're dying in the hospital, waiting your turn, you can watch Netflix.
That's right. We're suffering under socialism here. Yeah. Socialist regime.
Now you have another. You did not find money in there.
There's stuff in there. I'm looking at this. I just picked this up. Home Alone 2. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. You were saying?
No, I was going to say. I think we have part 1 around here somewhere. You can bundle those together.
Yeah, I don't know where though. Oh yeah, it's over there in the kids pile.
What was in that? Like some sort of rebate card or something?
Could it be like $50 bill?
Yeah, right.
Something in there, folks.
Yeah, it says Home Alone 2. It's a fucking mail away.
It's ephemera.
Yeah, it's ephemera.
Look, I bet you just this is worth money. Wow, let me put this stuff down here. We have a cross promotion, Home Alone 2 and Life cereals. Do you guys have Life?
Yeah, of course we did. We're probably the ones that made it. What do you think? Quaker Oats is like based in Canada?
Get $20 in rebates from that sports store. There's a contest. Yeah. Some kind of American Airlines travel certificate thing. I don't know.
Well, it's got to be in America then, right?
Yeah, so that's neat. Quaker Oats Life Cereal Home Alone 2 lost in New York official $5 rebate form. Get $5 off
cereal?
That
should be free during that time, right? How much are you guys paying for your cereal?
Well, it is for Canadian cereal, and we do pay a bit more.
What is sugar rare up there?
It's pleasurable, so we tax the hell out of it. You
tax everything that has pleasure.
Yeah. So that just ups that ante. It's a $30 tape right there.
Oh yeah. It is not a $30 tape, folks. Do not think it's worth that.
Okay, I have a couple of weirdo ones here. And Spidey sense tingling again because it's such an oddball. It's still sealed. Rob Lowe,
Bill Paxton, Frank and Jesse, huh?
Frank and Jesse.
Now, is that a 2000s movie?
I don't. It's still.
It doesn't
sealed.
matter.
Did I mention that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what's weird is. There's these idiots really trying to push that in the VHS hobby. They're trying to jump on the video game bandwagon.
Yeah.
And it's silly. I mean, they're gonna do a couple of fraudulent sales to make it look like they're happy or like they're happening, like like all those Disney diamond fucking collections that are supposed to make you rich, even though you could literally find them every time I go out. I can find a diamond collection. So I would be a millionaire if that was the case.
Look at this tagline: on par with Tombstone.
Well, it sells for about not much. Let's see.
That's from Vidmark Entertainment. You heard of those guys?
Yeah, for sure. That's a cool distributor. Well, one sold for $3. Well, this none new. Well, here's a new other, which means it's been open, which is a bullshit name. But there is one with that exact same cover sold for $3 plus $2.89. They were trying to sell it for $5 for the longest, and they cut it 40% off and finally sold. So I don't know. You could put it in your dollar bin.
Well, it goes with the Westerns, right? No,
yeah, I mean, I would think so. It seems like an easy sell for Western buyer, I guess.
Oh, Ray Liotta and Linda Fiorentino in Unforgettable. Look at the shock.
Boy, that is unforgettable because I don't even.
I can't forget you. See, his eye is right where her eye would be.
Yeah, no, it's very clever. That was very clever. No, I like that. It's a good catch.
Another oddball movie here. That's from Dino De Laurentiis.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Is that the director? No, it's a producer.
Yeah, he's behind like Predator and
okay.
Huge movies from the 80s. The Dino De Laurentiis.
Well, I'm sure for some people, the producers usually don't resonate with me as much, obviously, as directors. So those guys who they fund the movie to get their name on the movie don't really stand out to me, except for like the Weinsteins.
Mm-hmm. So
they were all over everything at Miramax.
Not going to look that up.
Unforgettable. I mean, I'll do it, but I think we're just wasting time here.
Why doesn't he look these up when we're talking? What's he doing, folks?
Because my instinct, if I was at a store, I would just go right past it. I wouldn't even look twice at that movie. As a matter of fact, that when I put it in, that's not even the first one that comes up. It doesn't even come up at all. It's called Unforgettable, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No worries. We'll ditch it. It's fine.
That's weird though. Usually there's always a listing somewhere, but I don't even see one.
Can you do me a favor?
What would be the favor?
Put yourself full screen. Talk to the audience for a minute. I have a banana bread I have to take out of the oven.
Only on the tape show. Go ahead.
My kid left.
All right,
I'm still listening to you.
Well, you don't really need to. All right, so here's one that there's a really big lot I picked up one time at a thrift store. Matter of fact, it was the best lot I've ever picked up in my life. But sometimes some of the ones slip through the cracks. And I must have, when I got home, I was just so hyped up about all the horror tapes that I got that I must have stuck this. Bill, we can still hear you. I'm going to mute you, buddy. Let me know when you're back.
I'm just grunting.
Yeah, but it's too much. All right, you're muted. Okay, so it's like one of those underrated. I don't know. I guess it got 3.5 ratings at the time, but one of those forgotten John Carpenter movies. It's Assault on Precinct. I don't know why I can't speak. 13. So look at the. I love the way they just, how you get the little blurbs about the movie, the little synopsis. It's all Los Angeles, the ghetto. 4 gang members swear a blood oath on vengeance after a brutal police assault. Still seems relevant, but I mean, the ghetto. Like, what the fuck? But anyways, I'm gonna watch this later. I plan on watching this and that. In this The Quest. These are 2 on my to watch list, so they should connect perfectly, right? I mean, what's a good follow-up to watching a child adventure movie than watching probably an action exploitation movie by John Carpenter? So that's cool. But I did hear that he did some really good he had a really good soundtrack that he made in this. So the guy has a lot of talent. Anyway, I'll show something else I picked up. I probably should wait for Bill for this. Let's see. All right. So back in the 80s, there was always like, oh, he's back. Sorry, Bill. Well, you need a wave or something, man. I didn't see you down there. Okay, he's back. All right, never mind. We'll skip that. Go ahead, Bill. Have you ever watched Precinct 13? You ever seen this?
Didn't the Fandango have us watch that once?
It's a riveting thriller. I don't know. I
think so.
I don't want to be insulting, but I don't keep up with the film dingo. After I was on there, and I just, man, Kevin with his opinions on movies, I don't like the frustration of it all.
That makes sense.
No offense. I mean, it's like life is short. Why am I going to frustrate myself by listening to a critic that I completely disagree with on almost every point?
Up next is Judy Holliday, William Holden, and Broderick Crawford in Born Yesterday.
Man, it'd have to be Born Yesterday that brought that home. Guess that's going to go into your classic Hollywood box, huh? Oh, no. That's your garbage pile. Yeah, that's a different classic Hollywood.
On a single tape, surprisingly, Clint Eastwood's for a few dollars more.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I would think that'd be on 2 tapes, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so, but maybe not. Why do you? It's not that long, is it? It's about 2 hours.
2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Usually the bigger tapes are over the 2.5 hour mark, I think.
I'll tell you what, I haven't seen this box before. This cover.
I like that cover. That cover's awesome. I mean, I'll look it up for you. I doubt it's worth anything, but that's a cool cover for sure. That would have probably been... Now, see, that would be one you would keep for your personal collection, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
You do something like this, where you pop where you have the covers kind of showing out on some, every now and then you space out a couple, and those look cool, man.
See, if I did what you're wanting me to do in the garage here, wouldn't they just get all dusty and salty?
Why? Do you live next to the ocean?
Well, we put so much salt on our roads in the winter. You bring it into the garage.
Well, obviously, you're going to have to do something. Like, I think that little corner you're in right there would be perfect. Your car's not that close to that.
This is actually my workbench. I'm supposed to do work on there.
But you don't. So who are you fooling?
And all the shelves are filled with, your cleaning stuff and car supply stuff and all that.
Yeah, but you take all that crap and you put it in the other area that would get all your salt and your debris. And then you put your good stuff there, because that seems like it's tucked back a little bit, unless I'm misjudging the space there.
No, it is. Yeah, I'm standing in the proper garage, and then this is like an extra nook.
That would be a perfect little spot. You put a couple CRTs up there, you put a couple of VCRs. When you're messing around in the garage, you slap a little movie on. That would be a cool setup, man.
I used to have a TV out here, but then I got rid of it.
Well, I mean, once they stopped broadcasting on analog, I can understand why, but you could still play VHS and even get yourself a DVD player out there. It'd be fun. Yeah, your tape, one of them sold that same cover. Says $7.50 free shipping, but it had a best offer with the line through it, so I'm guessing it went a little cheaper. Another one sold for $6 free shipping. But, that's not bad. It's not great. You're not going to make any money in Canada off of it, but...
Holy mackerel. My Spidey senses are going crazy with this box. So many Spidey sense movies.
I'm going to get carpal tunnel from looking up all this crap.
When I was double checking your work, I'm like, I could pull this up in 3 seconds. What takes Chris Roberts so long?
You cannot pull it up in 3 seconds.
Well, on a keyboard.
Get your phone. Well, I'm not on a keyboard. I'm on a phone.
What are we doing this on?
I'm looking it up through my phone. You want me to pull up another screen and take you off? I'm a host. I'm hosting what's in front of me.
Yeah, multi-tab and stuff,
Well, yeah, and that's why your signal goes to shit every now and then, because you're messing around on the internet. Stay focused, man.
Oh, I don't do that. You definitely have a couple computers in that house here or so.
Yeah, but they'll be pulling off the same internet, dude.
Look at this.
What's that? That's Jack Nicholson. Look at that.
And Harry Dean Stanton. It's produced by Jack Nicholson.
Right in the whirlwind, huh? I had never even heard of that.
Fast-paced, Western action.
How fast-paced could it have been? Let me see that title again.
It's from Duravision.
Flip that over again. Oh shit! I guess I can't spell very well.
Yeah, it's Ride with an R.
No, I fucked up Whirlwind. If you need to know. All right. Well, people are. Let me see. Show me the front again one more time. I just want to match the picture up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple that sold for about the $6-7 range, and plus the shipping. The one that went the highest though was in a big box. None had that same. Yeah, that's not a big box though. Like a big box with a tray. Those are pretty popular.
Yeah. Check this out though.
Oh well, that just means the label fell off.
Yeah, or it's something else in here.
No, the glue goes bad. It's probably the right tape. I mean, it could be something else, but you better be careful. You might see something you don't want to see. But
does the ads that you see have labels on the tapes? This might be a Duravision thing.
I mean, they actually don't even have a Duravision listing. Everything else looks like something else. Is that a Canadian brand? Because I've never even. Well, here's one. I found one.
No, California.
Well, the Duravision I found is sealed for $6.99 plus 3, and it's not sold. Yeah, I got you. Here's another one. It's also sealed. Yeah, I mean, you might as well just put that in your Western pile.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson did another Western. His very first picture he directed was called Going South. And it's a Western. It's got Christopher Lloyd in it. It's got...
is that a comedy, though? Like a Western comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy Western. Yeah. It's really good. You should check that out.
I saw it as a kid. One of the movies I think my dad watched.
Okay, we got Fisher King.
Yeah, doubtful.
Oh, blank again here.
Man, that guy did not take care of his stuff. Cheap glue, man.
Let's just double check that. That appears to be that.
You better be careful. You might lose your channel.
Lose the channel? Are they that strict?
If some porn popped up, yeah. You better block the set.
It's in the middle there too.
Okay.
Is that a good part?
Yeah. Yeah, I would block that set first and see what you see.
Well, it's at the end of the movie. I got to rewind it.
Oh, great.
So while that's rewinding, more for the Clint Eastwood pile, Box Office Hits Edition, Line of Fire.
Oh, yeah. Big Line of Fire.
Clint Eastwood. Holy, still nothing on there. Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, that's something.
Weird. Yeah.
Did you ever watch any of those old Bible movies?
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
I've seen 10 Commandments, but...
I love epics. I'm kind of keeping an epic pile going. So
yeah. No, I don't blame you. Those are cool. I bet you those will end up in your collection, though.
There's nothing on this tape. Oh,
there it is.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's home video
home
stuff.
Movie. Oh, now that might be fun to watch through. You need to put that. You need to put that to the side, Bill.
Well, we can watch it.
Well, we can. I'm just saying, later on at night. I mean, you're a single man. You never know what's on. Well, there could be something at a different part. Obviously, not the kids playing in the snow.
Chris Roberts, boy. All right. We'll get PBS. What is PBS's most famous detective? And Agatha Christie.
I don't know, man. I only watch like the kid-related stuff on PBS.
Why, Poirot is the famous detective.
I've never heard
Christie. Agatha Christie wrote a bunch of those books. So we got 1, 2, and 3 of these box sets. I imagine they're not worth anything.
Yeah. I second that.
From Acorn Media, 3 volumes, 51 minutes each, British drama. Okay.
It is really weird how like their British related shows got ported to the PBS.
Yeah.
It's like
right?
It's like just because it was British, somehow it was like higher quality or like more intellectual or more art related. It's like they have crap shows too.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, that's how you guys saw Monty Python, right? It was PBS.
I'm assuming the only British show I ever liked watching was Benny Hill. So I'm assuming that was British, right? That was British, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got some X-Files tapes here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at this guy.
Individually, they're not worth a lot, but collectively they are. When you can make little subsets, or I know you have some around there somewhere.
I thought I did. I don't.
Yeah, we've seen an X-Files tape probably in episode 1 or 2 of this.
That's going on the paint pile.
Paint pile, you say?
All we need is Chris Roberts to hold an oil lamp, and he will look just like Richard Gere and Jodie Foster.
I told you how I went to a little conference with Richard Gere, right?
Yeah.
I tell that story.
Yeah.
This guy's weird.
Best romance since Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, is it though?
That's garbage.
Yeah, I would imagine.
We got some Snatch Adams right here. Oh, I mean, Patch Adams.
Yeah, you might get $1 for that.
Really? That gets
maybe. I don't know. Maybe. You know what we should make though?
Not rewind. No.
A Robin Williams file. We can't make a Robin Williams file.
It's too late.
Oh man, you're lucky Miss Lola Bob's not here. She would have totally agreed with me on that.
Well, I remember this movie. It's not a fun movie. It was Not Without My Daughter.
Oh God, is that like a Sophie's Choice kind of vibe to it, or what?
No, Sally Field marries this like Iranian dude or whatever, and he decides he's had enough with her and takes, his child, her daughter, with him back to Iran or wherever he's from. And so the whole movie is her traveling there trying to get her daughter back.
Well, I'm sure it's a very thrilling movie.
Because under their local law in Iran or whatever, he had complete right to the child, right? Where the woman has no right. So, yeah, it's tough watch. More Clint Eastwood. I got 2 Dirty Harrys here to show you.
Oh, nice. Now, we didn't make a separate Dirty Harry pile, right? We just made a generic Clint Eastwood pile.
Right. It's all in the Clint Eastwood.
Well, you might want to rethink that one.
Yeah, totally. Sudden Impact and the first Dirty Harry, right?
If it just says Dirty Harry.
Rated R.
That's back when action movies were actually action movies, man. You get those hard R's.
Yeah, this is the one with Sandra Locke, who I didn't dig it as much.
Well, he kind of became redundant, a little bit of a caricature at some point, right?
Yeah. This is the one where he's dealing with this guy. Steps on his leg.
I like that villain, I think. I remember liking that one.
When he, hijacks the school bus and makes the kids sing and all that, it's very annoying. Clint Eastwood pile.
Yeah. The guy liked this Eastwood, man. That's a lot of Eastwood back there.
I love this movie because I like my Peter Sellers. Shot in the Dark.
Shot in the Dark. Yeah. I don't know, man. Pink Panther is kind of where I ended with them.
This is.
And you know what? That strange thing about Pink Panther is when I was a kid, the only thing that suckered me in was those Pink Panther. What were they? What's the shit you put? The stuff you put in your ceiling. Well, my clock in your wall. Insulation. They used to.
Okay.
Did you used to see those Pink Panther commercials? There was like a brand, yes. I guess, was called Pink Panther, and they always had the Pink Panther on it, laying down that stuff. And I remember when I watched that movie and the beginning started, and there was the Pink Panther in like the beginning part, but then there was no Pink Panther, like no cartoon. And I remember thinking, like, what the hell am I watching here?
Yeah, exactly. This is Clouseau. It is excellent. It is. Yeah. It's fun and. Okay. A good watch. Probably
so that's in the Pink Panther universe?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
This is Clouseau. This might be the first Clouseau, actually, Shot in the Dark. No, it's the sequel to the Pink Panther. So that Pink Panther and then this one.
It wouldn't have been the return to the Pink Panther, wasn't the sequel.
That was like the third or something.
Third or fourth movie, huh?
But, so what do you think? Anything on that?
I doubt it. But go ahead. Set it to the side. What is it? Shot in the Dark?
A Shot in the Dark.
Give me a second. I'll look it up, but I seriously doubt it. Shot in the Dark.
Spidey sense is tingling again, and I curse myself again for not having a pile for this. Because it is, again, another movie with Steve McQueen called Nevada Smith.
That looks cool.
Yeah, I'm back.
Steve McQueen was was he playing some poker there? Oh.
Looks like it.
Well, One Shot in the Dark, brand new, sold for $4. So take that for what it's worth. No, I was thinking the garbage bin, but you
what?
All right, go ahead. What was the name of that McQueen movie?
Nevada Smith.
Your sense is going off, huh? Well, people are asking $10. Some asked $6. Let's see what anybody got out of it. One guy got $1.99 plus $2.89 shipping. That's it.
It's going in the dollar.
That going in the bill pile. Why are you wasting your time?
Well, there's probably other Steve McQueen movies I rescued in the dollar bin, so maybe we'll put something together.
I don't think no. Braveheart got the double tape. I see that every single time I go out. That and Titanic. They must have made 10 billion copies of those movies.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, I could see throwing that. I wouldn't put it in the garbage. Someone might pick that up. $1, I'd put that in your dollar box. But I mean, I would not be surprised if you never sold it.
Yeah. Shawshank.
Yeah, same thing. I'd probably throw that in your dollar box. I mean, that's another very heavily mass-produced movie. But people do like it, and I do as well. So
when Chris Roberts goes and visits my friend Curtis, stays overnight, a lot of the night is spent having pillow talk.
Pillow talk. Well, you're not wrong.
That's Rock Hudson and Doris Day. Look it up.
No. Pillow Talk.
Look at this great label.
That is a cool label. I mean, those MCA releases are all pretty cool. They
Come
put
on.
a little bit in. I'm looking it up. Calm down. But it's not going to be anything.
This is the unrated version, by the way.
What did they show her ankle? Can you imagine what the unrated version consists of over there? Yeah, it's not worth anything, Bill.
Okay.
One sold for $1.95. One sold for 99 cents. It got one whole bit.
What? Can you guess what movie this is by the tagline?
All right, let's hear it. Oh, the best weapon yet? That's probably Lethal Weapon 2.
Number 3.
Oh, good Lord. See, that's such a lie. Throw that in garbage. You can make an argument that Lethal Weapon 1 is as good or not better than 2 is good is not better than part 1, which I wouldn't make that argument, but I can understand that argument. Not part 3. Like, I did like the Joe Pesci dynamic, but it's not a better movie.
His part got old fast. When you say
it did. I'm just saying I did like it because I like him. So I do kind of enjoy it, but it's not better than 1 and 2. No way.
Mm-hmm. Who directed it?
Oh, fuck. Who the hell knows? I don't know.
Dick Donner. Richard Donner directed that.
No way. That's a blemish on old Dick's fucking record, man. Boy, they were really pushing Joe Pesci. I wonder if that had to be after Goodfellas then. That had to be, right? There's no way he makes the top unless it's after Goodfellas or after My Cousin Vinny.
I got to set it aside in case the other Lethal Weapons show up.
Well, yeah, so. You're going to sell that. I don't think that's going in the garbage. That's going to go in a pile, but it's just not good. Mm-hmm. Let me show you a couple of my pickups, Bill. Let's have a little palate. We'll have a palate cleanse. All right, how about that? You got all this junk you're showing. Let me show some of my junk.
I'm going to put this in the West Coast box. The
okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Now in the 80s, you know that we were all about our talking cars and our helicopters, right?
I love that. Love it.
Yeah, and I'm a sucker for a Roy Schneider movie. I do not remember thinking too fondly of this, but I bet you I'll enjoy a rewatch of this. But
I loved it as a kid.
I don't remember. Model. I was more into Airwolf was the bigger brand, you know what I mean? But Airwolf was more popular, no doubt, than Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder had the theatrical movie. So
it did.
Airwolf just went on that wave.
Oh, Airwolf ripped them off. I'm not saying that's not the point. Airwolf is the bigger brand from the 80s.
Definitely had the better theme song.
Oh, 100%. I can still hear that theme song in my head. But anyways, I picked this up. You know, these are all like quarter buys or even
I've never seen that cover before. It looks like the cover to Christine more than Blue Thunder from here.
Yeah, it's if you look closer, you can see the chopper. It's very washed out when you're back further, but you get a little closer, you can see the chopper there. Right. I don't know. I think it's a good cover. I like it.
I remember Blue Thunder. It was so good. They were like trying to sneak up on a building, and they're like, let's go into whisper mode where the engines are really quiet.
Sure.
And I'm like, why are we on whisper mode all the time? We're just going to be loud for no reason?
Right. Maybe it uses more gas or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this was in my Clint Eastwood pile, and I remember seeing this as a kid. I really don't remember anything about it. I faintly remember this, but this is Clint Eastwood's directorial debut, and it's a thriller. It has a horror look on the front, but it's a thriller. It's Play Misty for Me. You ever seen this movie, Bill?
I can't remember if I've seen it, but we did show that tape on this very program.
Did we?
Yeah, and you told me to throw it out.
I wouldn't tell you that. It's in the Clint Eastwood pile, right? Yeah. Well, it's not worth nothing. This is a watch for me. I picked this up to watch it. I might not keep it, but I might.
I can't remember anything about it.
Well, he's a DJ, and basically, some chick who keeps calling into his show, he ends up having an affair with her, and then when he's seeing somebody seriously, and then he decides to break it off. This is kind of Fatal Attraction before Fatal Attraction. Different vibe, or same kind of context, a little different, but anyway, like I said, I haven't seen this since I was really. This would have been something I probably watched with my parents and then tuned out half the way and went and played with my toys. But I'm gonna give it a try. And speaking of toys, I went and saw this in the movie theaters with my grandmother, and I remember there was a real awkward scene where the kid asked Richard Pryor about his penis, about the kid's penis, asking about his own penis when he should show it to the girl.
I've never seen that.
You never seen the toy?
No, Jackie Gleason? No.
I do not know if this would play in today's audience because it does kind of have a slavery vibe to it, sort of. Essentially, this is a guy who's down and out. And this is like some millionaire, which, at the time was, the billionaires of today. And he needed somebody to keep his son entertained. So he basically bought or rented, under his own accord, mind you. So, to entertain his kid. And his kid's like a spoiled fucking brat. But eventually, they get close together and, and spoiler alert, it all works out in the end. But as a kid, I used to love this scenes of the kid's room because he had everything. Like he had this really cool setup. You never seen this,
right.
Bill? All these toys.
No.
Yeah, it's a really cool movie, man. I mean, I'm going to find out how well it holds up. I'm sure this is going to be one of those things where no matter how it is, I'll still like it for the sentimental reasons of it. But I've never seen this out, so I was kind of happy to find that. Again, probably not worth anything, but emotionally worth something. And this is another one that was kind of one of those teenage staples because I was always a big fan of Elizabeth Shue. She was always on the tippy top of my watch list. And Adventures in Babysitting, yeah. So this was like a breakout movie for her. This was like her movie. She wasn't like one of the sidekicks or whatever. She wasn't a supporting role. This was her lead role. And I've never seen this one. I'm surprised. This was a very popular movie at the time, but I'd never seen it out. I'm sure it's probably only worth about $5 or so, but it's a killer find, and I can't wait to give that a rewatch. And this one, I bought off the old eBay. I mean, this is something I'm probably never going to find out in the wild. I spent probably $25 for it, but I mean, I sold something, so it didn't cost me anything. But this is the first episode of the Freddy's Nightmare series, No More Mr. Nice Guy. And they only released 5 tapes in the US. Some other regions got a little bit more. So you can't get the complete series, even though I do have a friend who's going to send me the bootleg version of the complete series on DVD. So that's kind of cool. But what's really cool about this one is this is origin episode. So you kind of get the backstory of Freddy Krueger. This is his trial, when he's going to trial or whatever. This is, him, obviously before he gets burned to death and everything. But really cool. And this was kind of like, I remember it kind of being like an anthology kind of series, like Twilight Zone or something. It's been a very long time since I watched this, but I used to watch this late nights on Saturdays. They would play on one of our local stations that was basically kind of like a syndication station. They didn't really, they weren't affiliated to any of the big networks. It's kind of a local station that would play syndicated shows or reruns. And this was on it late at night. Channel 53, I used to watch Freddy's Nightmares. And on Channel 26, they would play the Friday the 13th series. So, which again, that was another anthology series. But that series had absolutely nothing to do with Jason. Whereas this one, Freddy's in it every episode. I think he's more like a Tales from the Crypt vibe, where he kind of pops in and out and says little things in between scenes and stuff.
I remember that there was the show, but I don't remember what the show was.
Yeah, there's only about a handful of episodes that I kind of remember, but ironically, I kind of remember the Friday the 13th series a little more, but I think that's because it must have been on at a time I watched TV more. But this one was awesome, man. We used to teenage years, man. This was something we used to watch sometimes on Saturday nights. Have friends over, pop it on, some background noise or whatever, playing video games. But anyways, those are my pickups for this week. Oh, I take that back. Let me rewind here. Also, no pun intended, I got this, which these little combo decks are starting to become highly collectible. All right. Obviously, you want to test them. If you just pick them up and they don't work, they're a boat anchor. Usually the VHS size is what usually goes out. But this is a Sansui brand, which I never see these out in the wild.
Sansui?
So, yeah, they're known for their audio and stuff. So I've never seen this before. It's about a $75 flip. If I were to flip it, I will probably hold on to it if it works, just for the novelty of it. Because I have a nice little stack, kind of like that stack you got going in your when we do the vinyl show you got in the background. I kind of have a little stack of VCRs over there, different things that I like. But this one is going to go in, and I will probably pull out one of the other ones that I got and flip that one, keep this one instead, unless it doesn't work. Then it's going into the junk pile. And last
that must just been a license deal to get that Sansui name on.
Yeah, I can't imagine I don't know, because there's like Kodak, you know what I mean? Like, Kodak wasn't making TVs or Memorex. I just saw a Memorex television at a yard sale, and I'm like, there's no way Memorex made this television. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way they made it. They, just like you said, they just licensed it. But the last thing, I went to a thrift store yesterday, and I actually did our very good friend Matt Bandy a very big solid. I won't show that. I will save that for another show. But I got this, which it's the first one that I've seen in the wild. It's a 3D Blu-ray Sony player. It goes for about $100 if it works, which I haven't had a good chance to test it. I mean, it ejects, it powers on, and all that stuff. I don't have the glasses and all that, and I don't have a TV that plays in 3D, so this won't really work for me. Other than, it will play regular Blu-rays as well. But I got it for $8, and it came with the remote, and the remote consistently sells for $20 plus. So, worst case scenario, this doesn't work. I'll sell the remote. I'll double my money. If it does work, it's going to be a nice little flip. I might keep it, but I doubt it. But it does. It is the very first 3D Blu-ray player I've come across, which I'm surprised I don't see more of them, to be honest. But I think it's because people paid so much for them, like, what is about 8-9 years ago, whenever the big 3D craze kicked back in.
Yeah.
They're probably still not over the shock of it, that it was a failed format. Like those people who are still holding on to their HD DVD players. Yeah, it's a failed format. Why, is it still going strong in Canada?
No, but I bought into it super early because it was a superior format.
but you recognize that it's a failed format, right? Whenever they stop releasing the software that works with it, it kind of lets you know that they're out. And you don't see those 3D TVs no more. You do in the junk stores, but you don't see them in the real stores.
I just bought my projector like a year ago, and it's 3D
that's not
capable.
a 3D. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about.
And 3D is gorgeous on it. I love it.
All right. Well, maybe I'll be a believer, and I'll invest in the grossly overpriced television to match this Blu-ray player.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never watched a 3D program on a TV. So let's say 50 inches, right?
Right.
Maybe it's not so dramatic, but on a projector, it's awesome. I love it.
Well, I briefly dated a girl who had she had just bought the 3D player. And very first time going over to her house, and she's like, hey, do you want to watch a movie? And I'm thinking, sure. And then she's like, well, here's your glasses. And I'm just like, oh, this is going to suck, man. Now I'm like trapped in this fucking movie. I have to watch it now. I can't even tune out, So, yeah. I wasn't a fan. Well, what's going on with your TV? Oh, okay. It had a freeze frame. It was frozen there for a second.
This is just a weirdo blank tape I threw in. It was a Kodak tape, by the way. It's funny you said Kodak. And it's got some kind of music documentary on it. It started with the Beatles. Now it has this stuff. I don't know what this is. Might be something, again, worth transferring off and maybe putting on the channel.
Maybe. That might have been a good find for you. For sure.
It's a really good recording, too. It looks perfect.
Well, you know what, though? Everything doesn't have to be 1080p or 4K or whatever. Yeah, you find a hard to find recording like that. Pretty much any form you can put it on would probably play well. That looks cool, man. Really, the Stones.
Yeah, look how short his hair is. There's Keith.
Yeah, that's real early.
Well,
all right. That's my
PS4s play 3D movies, by the way.
Yeah, you still have to have the TV though. So.
Oh, your Xbox Ones do too. That's how I'm watching
but
it. I don't have a dedicated 3D player.
I mean, who plays Xbox? You're an Xbox guy, Bill?
That's what I went to as Xbox came around, but I put more hours into the PlayStation nowadays. My Xbox is my media player because that's what's hooked up to the projector.
Early on with my PlayStation 2, even though I did play a lot of games, I would say I probably watched more DVDs on it than played games, and probably the same thing with my PlayStation 3. I probably watched more Blu-rays than I have played games on it over the years, anyways. But they're great players.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you seem very engaged. Let's go. You gave me 3 hums in a row.
I got another Poirot.
I don't know why you're even showing that garbage.
Oh, this was before we broke. Edna Ferber's Cimarron.
No.
The Best of the West. It's the only Western to win Best Picture.
That they must have had a very low bar if that's the best. I've never even heard of it.
It's over 2 hours long. It's 1930. The heck's that?
Not on my
end. You don't hear that?
No.
Sounds like a phone. Well, my phone is there, so that doesn't. No Spidey sense.
No, not at all. You have one?
Going in the Westerns.
All right, you can try to expose me next week and be like, it sold for like $8 Canadian.
We haven't seen any of these in a while. Here's some more to go in the James Bond pile.
Oh,
Thunderball.
You might be getting close to a complete set.
Look at the hair on him.
Yeah, he looks very stern. Well, he's very focused right there.
The hair doesn't match.
So who is you're a Moore guy or a Sean Connery guy? I think we talked about this, but I forgot. Which one?
This guy is all about the Roger Moore.
Yeah,
he's cerebral, suave.
Yeah,
and he can also.
I like. It's not that I don't like the Sean Connery, and I'm not even talking about which movies are better, but I think I do prefer Roger Moore.
Well, that's what I started with as a kid.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what I saw first. Yeah, I'm probably whenever they were. We never got them brought home because we weren't rich like your family with the VCR and all that, all the Betamax players and all this, the Corvettes in the driveway. We didn't have any of that, Bill. We lived in the ghetto and we watched it on free TV. So.
Yeah. Okay. We had a VCR and rented.
Yeah, VCRs were like $1,200 back then.
12. I really highly doubt it. I can tell you what the first movie he brought home was Brewster's Millions with Richard Pryor. So whatever year that was.
A fun movie. Probably what, 86, 87, something like that.
Okay. Sorry, my headphones I'm sweating in them.
Oh, that's because you got those off-brand earbuds.
The Samsung earbuds.
Yeah, well.
I'm just thinking, if your movie gets 3.5 stars, do you put that on the front cover, or is that still kind of blasé?
Well, I had a 3.5-star movie I showed earlier.
Here's another one.
Well, right. They put 3.5 on this like it was a big deal, but I think it's because Leonard Maltin said it.
Yes.
But, yeah. So maybe Leonard Maltin again. This is bullshit. Yeah. I think we're exposing this here.
Maybe Maltin did 4 stars. Was that his max? 4 stars?
No chance. No chance. It had to be 5. Chance. Why would it be 4? Who would do that?
I don't know. Leonard Maltin. That's his trademark. So this movie is one of our aircraft is missing.
That looks interesting. Is that sci-fi?
What a weirdo. Wartime thriller.
Oh.
About a British bomber.
You're losing me, man. British bomber? No.
Yeah, I don't see anything supernatural or anything, but I've never heard of it and I've never seen this before, and the cover looks weird. So that all makes my Spidey sense go.
Well, I'm looking it up, and I'm not seeing anything, Bill. I will go into the. Hold on, let me go to the sale. Maybe you sold one for $199 plus $4 shipping. It's a different box. It's not worth anything.
Yeah, it's a British movie.
Yeah, probably very niche.
I'm probably not even going to put that in the war movie.
Okay. Yeah, that's your second copy, right?
Is it? Yeah, I could have sworn I saw this already.
Yeah, because I told you how it has the Turbo Graphics Express in it.
That's right.
That's a cool movie. That has a little bit of video game cachet to it, Bill.
Okay. $1. Morgan Freeman. Along Came a Spider.
I like those. There was like I don't know if it was 2 or 3 movies that kind of had that vibe. I guess they're based off of books. Kiss the Girls, right? Yeah, that's a sequel to Kiss the Girls. You ever watch those movies? It's basically
I've seen this, but
yeah, Kiss the Girls is the other one. One of them has the Ashley Judd in it. I don't know if it's that one or the other one.
It's about the best-selling author.
Yeah, Alex
Cross. Didn't someone else do Alex Cross in the movie?
I don't know, but the other one, Kiss the Girls, I think has Ashley Judd in it with him. I think.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, they were at the time, anyways. I don't know, probably garbage, but sorry, you could try getting $1 for it if you want, but I don't think. Is that the last of the Mohicans?
Yeah.
Oh God, you know.
Oh God.
we did like a movie draft, right, back in the old Narc podcast, and like this was one of like Rip's like top 5 movies or something. It was really early on, and I was like, and he was giving me shit for like getting Schindler's List, right? Because I think we drafted like 20 movies. You know, obviously I was just pulling movies out of my memories. It's probably whatever I was watching at the time or whatever I was kind of into. Not that I was like into Schindler's List, but I do think it's a fantastic movie. But he thinks that's better than Schindler's List. Get out of here. That guy's, what's that, a cultural appropriation going on? They wouldn't even do that now. Has he got red face?
No,
I mean, I think he's supposed to be a white guy who was adopted by Indians or something, right? But
yeah, he gets into the culture, right?
Right. The white guy ripping off the Native American culture so he can act like he's one of them. Boy, he's going off on those drums back there.
That's Ringo.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Beatles? Oh, it sure is.
The Beatles are back.
Dude, what doc is this?
I don't know. I don't know.
You gotta look more into that. That was on a blank tape, huh?
Yeah, where's this go?
I don't know, let's put that in a rip pile.
It's garbage?
Yeah, I don't know, $1. Maybe you can put that in your Western pile. It's kind of Western-ish.
No. It's nothing exciting in this.
Don't white people fight Indians in that movie?
I mean, with muskets.
Yeah, but that's the war of their day. Western, all right, whatever. You do what you want with it. It ain't worth much, if anything. Probably $3.
I had to watch this in school, I think.
Damn, it was that highly regarded. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Daniel Day-Lewis is an amazing actor, but a little weird. Did you like oh yeah, you think that would play in today's audience? A little misogynistic, a little rapey.
From Mel Gibson, of all people.
I know.
He's got some good tapes about what women want.
Yeah.
Is that garbage?
Yeah, come on. You don't take that look on. You'll get canceled.
Sorry, were you saying something before I brought that up?
Doesn't matter. Let's move on.
I thought we saw this already, but here is...
Oh, you did. And now you got a second. Now see if it's in that one. Remember last time we had to switch the tapes with the cover.
There's the back. Movie of the decade.
Pretty good condition, too.
Oh, cool label on there.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, it's got the little outline of it and everything. That's awesome, man.
Wonder why you had 2. So that's showstopper.
Yeah.
Our first showstopper today.
You got to have a backup tape, Bill.
Oh, Heather Graham in this dress drove me bananas when I first saw it. Oh my God.
You know what? And I still love those movies.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're still fun.
And Curtis doesn't like them.
What?
He is engaged to a British woman, and he does not like Austin Powers. I'm like, dude, these movies are great. I laughed my ass off not too long ago watching them again. Oh, I forgot how much I went and saw that in the theaters.
Me too. This might have been the drive-in.
I saw them all of what that
no rewind.
Goldfinger, all of them, or Gold Member.
Yeah, that one had moments.
Right, that one wasn't as good. Well, there was a reason there wasn't a fourth, and that was it.
Yeah. This Heather Graham, though, in this look, oh my God, drove me crazy.
She was hot. Dude, he did really good with his woman casting, though. Like, all the women were dynamite, man. Yeah, she was great.
I'm going to take out my banana bread for a bit here.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Did we have any others of these?
No, but, I mean, that has to be in somewhere where that's going to get bought. No. Yeah. You got to put that in one of those piles. That's pop culture right there, man.
Oh, hey, we were smart doing this.
Yeah, we were.
We were. 2.
Uh-huh.
This is not the best weapon, number 2. We know that.
No, I still think the first. Well, yeah, I still think the first one is the best, but I really did enjoy the second one. That's the one that's got the racial vibe to it when the guy is calling him a kefir.
Oh.
And he's like, diplomatic immunity. And he's like, it's been revoked. And he shot him and murdered him. It's like, man, you got to love those cop punchlines from back in the day.
Directed by Dick Donner.
Man, did he do all 3? Or was there a fourth? There was a fourth one with Jet Li in it, I think.
Was there a fourth one?
Yeah.
I didn't even remember this, dude.
Yeah, I know. I called it Jet Li and Chris Rock. I mean, they really were pulling out all the crap for that one. Rene Russo. Yeah. No, that one is garbage. You know what that looks like? When you look at that, what does that make you think of right now? The way they're all standing right there? What is that? That don't remind you of anything?
The bank heist.
No, I'm thinking like movies. The Fast and the Furious crap where they're all like the work family, the gang's all here. And
look at this on the back.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I gotta see this.
Spread Eagle.
Who directed that?
Yeah, that one. I think he got out by Donner's not in that one, is he?
Dick Donner.
No way. He was hurting for cash.
Well, Joel Silver is the one producing this too. He's behind the Matrix, Joel Silver.
Well, you know what? There's no denying these things were blockbusters.
That's true. Although we didn't remember this.
Hold on there, Matt. I mean, sorry. Hold on there, Bill. We have a guest.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to liven this shit up here.
Hey there.
Oh, man.
What's going on, buddy?
Long time caller, first time listener. Matt Bandy here.
Right on, man. Glad to see you.
Matt Bandy.
Hey, guys. I'm just jumping on. We got a different location here.
Yeah, this is Bill's garage. But he's in a different section. I'm trying to get... He's got like a little, like what do you call it? An enclave? Or I don't know. He's got some sort of pushback section in his garage here. Yeah. And I'm convincing him to turn that into his little VHS library area.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get rid of all that crap he's got going on there, his paint and all that junk, and he's gonna turn that into a proper VHS library over there with with some VCRs and some old school CRTs. It's gonna look great.
There's my work jacket. See that?
Yeah. Just throw that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, we don't need to see that.
Anything on the back?
No,
probably janitor.
Oh, are those overalls?
No, it's a shop jacket.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So who'd you steal that from, Bill?
I worked in a lot of shops. Let me tell you.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, you might not know this, Bill, but Matt got a hell of a score. Was it Saturday, right, Matt?
Saturday. Yeah, I went.
Here we go. Hold on there, buddy.
Took a little inspiration from my friend Chris Roberts.
Who?
And that guy.
Yeah, this guy.
Okay. And decided to go check out some estate sales in my area. I just looked on Craigslist the night before, and I asked my daughter if she wanted to come along with me, and she was game. So we went out to a couple of estate sales. Excuse me. And the first one was kind of a bust, but the second one, they said they had a lot of VHS. And I didn't know what that was going to mean. But when I went in the house and turned the corner, I saw a huge wall of VHS. And I didn't get too excited because I didn't know what there was going to be. But once I started looking, the first one I picked up, I saw, okay, this might be kind of good. So nothing too huge, but I got some.
Oh, you're being a little too modest.
No,
you're being a little too modest because one of those tapes I am very jealous of for sure.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and start with that one because this is literally the first tape that I found on the shelf, and I was like, oh man, that might be good. So I got a copy of Rad. So I've heard this referred to as like Rad Bmx or just. But it's called Rad. It's a cut box,
which sometimes that really kills the value, but in this case, it doesn't kill it much. He would have got it would definitely be worth more if it wasn't a cut box. But I was seeing consistent sales of 50 plus, even in a cut box. That's a very desired tape.
Jesus.
Yes.
So and you got some stickers on. So this is definitely from a rental shop,
which I just think it makes it even cooler.
Yeah.
You just think of all the little kid memories that were written that thing, man. That's dope tape. I'm very jealous of that tape. That's a badass tape.
That was the first one that I found, and then I kind of just went from there and picked out some that I thought I would like. I'll go ahead and show the other cut boxes that I got too. I got a few. The next one that I picked up, I'd never heard of this movie. It was called Separate Vacations. It was on Lightning Video.
Yep, and those are cool.
It says comedy here.
Yeah, Lightning Video is a very kick-ass distributor, man. They put out a lot of horror movies, but they also have some of the raunchy comedies. I don't know if that is raunchy, but I would say it probably is. Is it rated R?
Rated R. So
yeah, so it's probably a raunchy comedy, but that's awesome because those are real big in the 80s.
You got your. This was probably just another rental.
Another rental. Yeah, those are cool, man. That's one of the most metal. Look at that little branding on that Lightning Video, dude. That looks metal as fuck. Got the little lightning bolts. It's awesome.
Chris Roberts gushing. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love it, man. I'm telling you, man. I was so proud of him and mad at him and jealous at the same time. It's like, that should have been me.
Matt Bandy got to check out a collection and pick out what he wants to show. What we're doing here is processing from a giant collection that I was forced to take the entire thing.
I could have taken that entire collection and every 90% of it was all good stuff.
And that's the part that kind of made me a little irritated with you, Matt. It's like, why didn't you send me a picture of that wall, man?
Yeah, I know.
I would have PayPal'd you immediately and been like, buy it.
So
I would have probably drove there that night to pick it up.
All the tapes everything was 50 cents.
Oh,
dog, you dog.
And then the other cut box I got was it was a weird one, and I'm looking forward to watching this one. This is called the Further Adventures of Tennessee Buck.
Yeah. Again, that's probably another kind of a comedy, romantic adventure kind of thing. Probably ripping off Indiana Jones a little bit.
It's definitely ripping off Indiana Jones.
Yeah, or Jewel of the Nile or something like that. It's got that vibe for sure.
You got the price ticket down here, $79.
What a bargain, huh? Yeah. Brand new. Now, see, that's the ephemera I like. Yeah. Those kind of stickers, Bill. Take note. Look at that. And you got the rental sticker there. What was the name of that rental store there?
The Warehouse, I think it says.
Okay, so that was probably an actual record store. Yeah. That's cool. We had a Warehouse here in town.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
This is also I didn't realize this was a rated R movie. I figured this would be like a PG-13 by the look of the box. But,
No.
Yeah. Looks like they get into some sticky situations.
Yeah, no pun intended.
So these were the 3 cut boxes that I got, and then
And you know what? Solid eye though, buddy. Yeah. That's a great eye because I mean,
I owe it all to you, honestly, from talking to you and seeing what you post, and your had I seen these before, like, in from recognizing the media that distributor, like, had I not, I would probably like, what's that? But so just listen to
the analog. What did you call me, Bill?
Listen to
this guy right down here.
No, not that guy. That guy will make you broke. Don't listen to that guy.
Listen to him. You want me to keep going, or?
Yes, come on. That's why you're on. You're bringing some excitement to the show because our ratings were plummeting.
All right, I'll go. So I kind of had these stacked by their distributor that I picked up. And the next one, so this is a Mannequin.
That's one I watched a lot as a teen. It used to come on the movie channel a lot, and always dug it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember I don't know if I know I've seen this movie before, but it's been a very long time.
It's a nice little romantic comedy that has a little bit of supernatural vibe to it.
Is that the guy from Designing Women?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. He was kind of like a flamboyant gay guy at the time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's got Kim Cattrall.
Yeah, Kim Cattrall, smoking hot
in her prime.
Oh yeah.
We got a little side boob right there too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So there was that, and this was another weird one, which this is kind of ironic that I found this because the Friday night, the night before I went to this estate sale, I watched Over the Top for the first time. I'd never seen it before.
Really?
It's a great movie. Yeah, it's a great movie. I always hear Curtis, talking about it, and our friend Curtis Friesel.
Yeah.
So
big Hollywood actor.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
So
short but big.
Yeah, short but big. Very short, but big-ish.
Yeah.
So I found this movie called Going Bananas, and it's got Dom DeLuise and the kid from Over the Top.
Yeah, I would have grabbed that too, just for that same reason. I bet you it's horrible, but I would have grabbed that too. Terrible. Yeah, I would have grabbed that one too. This is another
media Canon distributor. It looks like it's a comedy. It looks pretty short. There's not a lot of tape in there.
No, that's probably recorded in that's in an EP.
Yeah. This is 94 minutes.
Well, it was in the back. Does it say Video Treasures on the bottom? No, on the back of the slip.
On the back, yes, it's Video Treasures.
If Video Treasures definitely put out lower quality tapes. There are still some that do pull some value. They are frowned upon by a lot of collectors. There is a Canon on there, but that was probably a Canon. Canon actually started making their own movies, and that might have been one of them. They actually got into the movie game for a while of actually making movies, and that could have been one of them.
That's also Jimmy Walker right there.
I thought that was him. Dynamite.
You used to say Dynamite.
I bet you they crowbarred that in the movie. What do you want to bet? He either says it or has like a stick of dynamite or something.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this one.
Oh yeah, that one you could probably might be able to watch it with your kids.
Yeah, it's rated PG, so we're good.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Okay, and that was all the media and Canon releases that I found there. Then they had these 2 Star Trek releases on the Columbia House. This was the first episode of Next Generation, so this is Encounter at Farpoint, and then they had the Menagerie parts 1 and 2. So respectively, these are both the first episodes of each show. So they only had these there,
which is probably best,
right? I honestly, had they had more, I wouldn't have picked them up because
only if they had like the last, first and the last might have been cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have them on DVD, some on Blu-ray, and they're all streaming. But it's just it's just a little collector's piece to have the first.
I think that's cool just to have those. That's pretty cool.
And it was 50 cents. So
and honestly, they're not worth much. You will find those at
they're not. Yeah, not at all.
But because I've seen people buy the entire collection. They lost their mind. They thought, "Oh my god!" And I'm like,
it looks ridiculous.
You're never gonna watch it. They take up so much space, and they have no resale value. So
there's gonna be at least what there's 150 some episodes of Next Generation. So it's gonna be over 100. There's two. Each tape has two episodes.
Right.
So that's you're looking at over 100 tapes of just that's insane.
No.
So yeah,
that would take up Bill's whole garage. We're trying to put some quality in there. We can't do that.
Right. So from then I kept on cruising, and they found they had a bunch of key videos.
Now, key videos, as you heard on this show, have a little following. There's people who like, not all of them now.
Yeah.
You will still find like Singing in the Rain and some
musicals
and stuff like that. There's some flaws, but
there's some 80s horror releases too.
There are, and those are very
They did Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
Sherlock Holmes.
You're right. But we found that out.
The ones that I found or took seemed to be all kind of that, that rated R.
That's the
raunchy
comedies. Yeah, and those are great grabs, dude.
Yeah, so this is Where the Boys Are, 84, and when I looked this up, it's a remake of an older 60s movie.
Right, but
they would just call it Where the Boys.
They put
so they definitely. And I actually watched this that day that I picked it up.
How was it?
It was okay.
So boobs and
there needed to be more boobs.
Yeah,
and less.
You didn't see dong.
Oh. No, but there was like this movie didn't know. Like halfway through it, it decided to try to be kind of a serious.
They went
drama.
from being,
I was like, oh wait,
being Porky's to try to be like the Breakfast Club or something.
Yeah, I was like, oh wait, but it's a good.
Yeah,
and the only person I recognized in it was the actor who played Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. I forget the guy's name.
Right. We were talking about that.
Yeah, he was the only actor I recognized in this, and got the little sticker there and the little comedy. But
now one thing I'll ask from you, Matt, is keep an eye out, because they might run that estate sale again if they didn't sell everything.
Yeah,
because you might have left some gold behind, buddy.
I really don't think I did.
I don't think you did either, because from what you got, but you got shows me that guy had good taste.
Yeah, but there was a
bad
lot of
taste in movies, but good taste in collectibles.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
those raunchy comedies, some of them are but you know what I mean. I would have loved them as a kid, though. I used to watch those all the time, man.
Yeah, I went over them pretty good, and
all right,
okay. So then there was another one, and this one I never heard of, called Grandview USA, and this has Jamie Lee Curtis,
that's dope, dude.
Patrick Swayze, and I'm not sure who the other guy is. I'd never heard of this before.
I haven't either, but that's probably a real early Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, and Jamie Lee Curtis too, and it's a rated R, so I don't know if we're gonna see some Jamie Lee Curtis boobs.
You might see some Curtis boobs.
Yeah,
she did it. She whipped them out.
Yeah. You saw this movie, Bill?
No, I mean, you've seen them in Trading Places, so she's known to whip them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got a $1 charge if not rewound.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
I can show a movie similar to that. Both you guys would say it's trash, but
no, I
Matt
would never
show something, and it's Gush City.
No way, Bill. The good tapes you have pulled out, I have praised you.
Oh, it's funny is
we have video.
These stickers here too. It says grocery.
Yeah,
so I don't know if this used to be
that was probably at the grocery
rental store in a grocery store.
When they had them.
When I was a kid, at my grandparents, they lived in a small town. And I would rent VHS from the grocery store, the local independent IGA, the independent grocery store.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool that those were on there too. So this one I haven't watched yet, but I'm looking forward to that.
I went to a yard sale that had a VHS rep, and her whole thing was to go to businesses and like say, "Hey, look at that space you have over there." And then she goes, "I would go everywhere. I'd go to." She put rental stores in everything. She's like, "I was in like pool supply stores, and I changed businesses from what they were. They made more money renting tapes, so everybody was renting tapes if they could." So that doesn't surprise me one bit.
Our only places to get tapes growing up when it first started was hardware stores.
Yeah,
they would sell a VCR and then they would have tapes you could rent.
Yeah, the one store that was within walking distance when we moved to the country was like they would sell kitchen appliances and shit and farming equipment and weird shit, but they had a real small section that had their rentals, and then the other one was a little bit further up the street and it was a grocery store, and at the front of the store they carved out a section just kind of like the lady was saying. They would just find a spot and that's where their tapes would be.
Well, if you're the only place in town selling the machine, you should have some tapes there too for the folks.
Absolutely.
And then the last key video that I picked up, there was quite a bit of key videos there, but these were the three that I picked up. The others were more kind of common titles that I'm like, okay, I know that. But this one is called A Night in Heaven.
Now, this one probably was big on Bill's watch list. And why would that be, Mandy?
Well, it's about a male stripper. So
yeah.
Before you had Magic Mike, you had A Night in Heaven.
Right.
And I got kind of excited when I looked at this. Was the only one that I looked up while I was in there because I'm like, oh, this is weird. I don't recognize any of these actors, so I looked it up. And the last one that sold last month sold for like $45 on eBay.
Yeah. And that's a pretty consistent. They had a pretty consistent average. So I mean, that's a $45 tape all day.
So this kind of looks like Susan Sarandon on there, but I don't think it is. And it looks like. Yeah, you got a bunch of ladies around that guy.
Oh there. Yeah.
But so this, I guess, it's about this kid who seduces one of his teachers. So we'll see. So it looks like maybe this used to be a Blockbuster video.
Well, maybe we get down to business and we might have to do a trade if you don't like some of these tapes, Matt.
We could do that for sure. And one thing I've noticed about these key videos, the box, it's like hard.
Yep.
So it's
that's the thing about it is some of these releases, depending on who released them, there's a lot of quality put into the boxes and the artwork. Some of them have like what do you call it when you could fill it? I forget what that's called, but like they kind of pop off the box a little bit.
The
embossed? Is it embossed? I don't know.
Bill, you like to say that word a lot.
Right? Is it embossed, Bill? Is this embossed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and then some of them will have that one where it's kind of 3D-ish. What is that? There's a name for that one too. But I don't have that word. Bill does, right? You went to college, Bill? No?
Embossing.
No.
I went to college for broadcasting, so it doesn't count.
All right. Yeah, that's true. All right, Matt. What else did you get?
I lied. I picked up another key video. I forgot about that. So I got this one. I was kind of excited too. The Legend of
one's cool too,
Billie Jean.
That's cool. Now, what do you think she does, Bill? No. Hold on. Let Bill guess. Flip it around. What do you think this is about, Bill? No, not that way. That way, so you can see the front. What do you think?
She's a boxer.
A boxer in that outfit.
Yeah. She's got gloves on, doesn't she?
Get out of here, dude.
She's a wrestler. She's a guitar player. Cyclist.
You know what? I was thinking between cyclist and surfing.
Yeah, okay. I've never seen this movie. And I have a coworker. She loves this movie.
And what I like about it too is they kept on. Now that might not be the original wrap because that might have got resold.
Yeah, this looks like
that's still pretty cool though.
It is a cut box, but they did a seal over.
Yeah.
Over like a regular slip, and this definitely was a rental because you got the $1 charge if not rewound.
Yeah, that's a cool movie, man.
Yeah.
Now, see, Bill, this is what you're supposed to do when you go out hunting. You bring back quality merch.
There's two different stories. I've already explained this to you.
Well, no, we don't want to hear that story again.
So I got another one that I was excited about because this one I used to rent as a kid, and it's Gleaming the Cube.
Yeah, and that's really like a sister movie to the first movie, Rad, because one was about the BMX culture and one was about the skating culture, even though they had subplots that really didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah,
but
this one had like
a crowbar or something. That was like a murder mystery.
Yeah, murder mystery. Yeah, and you got the very young Tony Hawk, who made an appearance in this in skateboards, and he played.
And I think that
pizza delivery guy, and I think he does some of the the shots of Christian Slater skating from a distance.
Right, and he did.
Yeah.
I think the guy, the adult there on the cover, I think that's the guy from Scarface, right?
I don't know. That's
Scarface's buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy who ended up banging Tony's sister, and he shot him at the end. Mano.
Stephen Bauer, Thief of Hearts, and Richard Hurd of Planes, Trains, and all that.
I don't know the guy's real name, but anyway.
Yeah. So this one I used to rent. I used to rent Gleaming the Cube and Thrashing. My
and that's another great find if you can come across that one. That's like the Holy Trinity right there.
Yeah. So Vestron video. I wasn't familiar with that.
No, Vestron. That's a kick-ass one too, dude.
Yeah.
You see that little symbol on the side, man? That's what's up.
Yeah. So this one goes for a little, not crazy big.
It's creeping up a a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
20 to 30 range, something like that.
Yeah,
that's creeping up.
So then I was hoping they had more horror. They didn't have a lot, but I picked up what they did have. So I got Tales from the Dark Side.
That's a good pickup, dude. Yeah.
And
probably not worth a lot. I would imagine that one will. That's probably in the 10 range, maybe, but I think that one will creep up over time. I could see that getting into the $20 range.
And this is a vignette. I guess it has 4 different. I've never watched this.
Dude, you'll like it, dude.
Is this part of like the Tales from the Crypt?
No, it's its own thing. They actually had a TV series called Tales from the Dark Side as well. Okay. But they were kind of jumping on like the Twilight Zone, or maybe Twilight Zone jumped on their bandwagon. But it's a Twilight Zone kind of anthology series.
Similar to like a Creep Show?
Similar to Creep Show. Yeah. But them and Twilight Zone both put movies out around the same time, except on the Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Dark Side, they didn't murder somebody.
Yeah, it looks like you got some.
There was actually deaths on the Tales from, or in the Twilight Zone movie. Did you ever hear about that? There was like a helicopter crash and killed some of the actors or some of the people on the set. Yeah, it's a big deal at the time.
You got some cool...
a great one. The Gargoyle one is probably my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
Out of the ones there, the Gargoyle one is kind of the one I think I like the best, but it's all pretty good.
Yeah. So I got that.
That's a good tape, man.
They had a copy of Tremors, which I was
I don't have that one either, man. I never come across Tremors. You have that one, bro?
It's in this file.
What?
We went through that one. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember
There's no
Tremors.
chance that Tremors. That would have been in the Chris Roberts file.
God.
Yeah.
Then you better redig because that needs to be in my pile.
And I think you told me put it in the middle of the road pile.
No chance I would have said that. I would have said, give it to me.
You know, it's funny is like one of the taglines is here.
Okay, this is the middle of the road box, you prick.
Well, then you lied. You better put that in the Chris Roberts box. That's mine.
See?
That's my tape. Put that in my pile.
Jesus.
The scariest monster movie since Aliens. I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that, but I think it's a very solid movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's really good. Some of the sequels are meh, but I really do enjoy that first one.
Yeah, this is.
I enjoy this double standard.
This was the first. I think
they find that mute button here. Where's that mute button?
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Alex P. Keaton's dad in it, right?
That's right. Yeah. And then I picked up. They had a copy of Legend.
That's another good tape
with Tom Cruise.
I come across that one surprisingly a good amount.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there needs it, let me know. I can pick. I usually come across that a couple times a year at least.
It's okay. It's the story's kind of weak, but visually it's cool. And the soundtrack is all done by Tangerine Dream. which is like a synth band out of Germany, I believe. So the soundtrack is cool, and visually it's awesome. Tim Robbins as the devil is really cool in it. So it's not without its faults, but it's a cool movie.
Yeah, I remember it being very slow.
It was very slow. Yeah. I remember as a kid liking it though, because I didn't know what it was about, and I was flipping the channels. I was at a friend's house and they had cable. And I got up early and I was flipping around, and like that came on, and I don't know, it was like a unicorn and an devil and all this shit. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And but, yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, visually it looks cool, but yeah, the story is weak.
Yeah, I don't think it holds up that well, but
no,
it's still good.
It's worth a watch.
Yep.
And then I had a coworker who knew I started collecting some VHS, and she rifled through some of her tapes. It hasn't gone through all of them yet.
Oh man!
But she brought me a copy of Labyrinth.
That's cool.
Which is this is a later release. There's an earlier box that looked like it's a cooler
right. I'll keep my eye open because that's another one I do come across a lot. I have a copy, so if I get a second one, if it's an upgrade or something.
So then I have one more to show, and this was a tape that we had here in the house.
Oh.
So it says on it, Krista on news. So this is my wife, Krista.
Right.
So the beginning of this tape is her when she was probably 12 years old being interviewed on our local KSBY, the NBC affiliate, about a new high school that's being built in our area. And so it's, I have a copy of her being interviewed, and then after it goes straight into making the video of Blink 182's All the Small Things, the show on MTV.
Or MTV.
No, it was on MTV. Okay. And it's got the commercials and stuff. And
that's great, dude.
And then when that stops, it goes into a movie that I guess they taped originally. It was probably what this originally was. It was a movie I'd never heard of called Asteroid, and it stars Michael Biehn. And so it was taped off.
I dig Michael Biehn.
I've never heard of it before.
So so what happens is they re-recorded over the beginning of it, and then you just see whatever was left.
Where they put the
you got to put the tape
over that. Yeah. So I'd still like to watch because there's still a ton of tape left on here.
There's more stuff. You got to get into it, man. There's another movie or something on there, some TV shows.
Yeah. So it's cool to see some of the old commercials from the 90s on there. So, yeah.
Well, dude, that's a great way to cap off the show. I'm so glad you were able to jump on.
Yeah. Very good, Matt Bandy.
Did you go through? You're not done, are you, Bill? Or are you done? Or
no, it looks like we'll have one more left here.
Okay.
We got the bottom row of the last box.
Did I miss anything good? I haven't been. I wasn't able to. Okay.
No, you didn't miss nothing good.
What?
What? That wagon wheel shit or whatever you fucking follow the wagon or something. I don't know. He thought his spidey senses went off.
Spidey senses went off again.
They kept going off, but it was just, he's having a mild stroke.
Watch the first part of the episode, rewatch
I'll go
see
back.
All of the fact checking I did on Chris Roberts, where he said it was trash and it was actually $15, $20, $30.
Fact checking. Okay. Let's keep it. Let's be real about it.
So look for that. I'm most excited about this tape. This had everything. Cream.
Yeah, he found a really good blank tape.
Holy smokes.
There was a lot of cool concert footage on there. I don't know if it was it must have been a documentary about the musicians or something, but it was really cool.
Yeah, at the end it gave the date from 1985 from some film board. So
yeah, that's going to be something cool to go back through. That might actually make it onto the channel.
Yeah. I think the tape sounds rough rewinding though. I'm a little nervous, but it's clipped, so I have no idea what it is.
Well, you might be able to find segments within it. Something might make the cut.
Well, that's modern Paul McCartney, so maybe this is. Anyways, sorry, I don't mean to take us off track.
All right, we're going to be wrapping it up soon. But did you see that new? I know this isn't on brand for this channel, but that Paul McCartney deal is on Hulu.
Oh, I've seen. It looks like a documentary.
Is that 3, 2, 1 or something like that, or 1, 2, 3 or something? I don't know. I think that's the name of it, something like that. but it's supposed to be some douchebag interviewing Paul McCartney.
There's Clapton, McCartney, Tina Turner, all on the same stage.
Well, at least you paid attention, Matt. I appreciate that. Thank you, Matt.
I don't get Hulu, and it hasn't come to our services yet.
You don't get Hulu in Canada?
No, our Crave streaming service normally picks up the Hulu stuff, but it didn't grab that for some reason. Is it pay-per-view on Hulu?
No, it's just part of the service. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's not here yet.
All right. I figured it'd be right up your alley. I'm going to watch it. I haven't had a chance yet, but it looks cool. I saw a little bit of the preview, and I clicked on like you can watch a little brief preview of it. It's pretty good.
Well, Peter Jackson is prepping this massive Beatles documentary that'll be out soon, I think, and it's on Disney of all things.
Oh, and that'll
be good. If you have
the
Disney app, you'll be able to see this.
I tell you what, man, I really do like that Disney Plus. I like the way they're pretty good. They're constantly putting on something new on it. I like it a lot. Not that they need us to endorse it, but
their classic stuff is like full on 4K, some stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
I just got a new pickup. Right, it's not VHS.
Breaking news. Hold on. Oh man, I need to get a breaking news banner.
It's this guy was in movies. My wife just brought this home for me. Willie Nelson.
Hey, Willie Nelson.
Nice.
I saw him in concert 2 years ago. Man, guy rocked it.
They just announced that Farm Aid is coming back this year. They're bringing back Farm Aid.
Well, good.
So there you go. Yeah,
Neil
Young and Willie.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, Matt Bandy, thanks for popping by. Love seeing you.
Oh, you kicked me out?
No, you're not getting kicked out. We're wrapping up the show. We're at the 2-hour mark.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to show one more tape. I thought there was the grand finale. The big
Bill don't have a grand finale.
The big creme de la creme.
Only because you missed it earlier. This was the grand finale. Look at this.
Oh yeah, I saw you post that the other day. I've never heard of that. That's a TV show.
Yeah, it was. I think it had 3 seasons, but you can't get them all on anything. But I do have a friend that's going to send me a bootleg copy of all of it.
Right. What was it on?
It was syndicated. So for me, it was like on a channel called Channel 53, which didn't have any sort of no network affiliation. It was just kind of a local channel,
kind of like Hercules or Renegade, one of those types.
Yes, that's exactly. But this was but this kind of show, it kind of was like a Twilight Zone kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
But this goes over his origin story.
Robert Englund's in it.
Oh yeah, he's in every episode, but not every episode's about him, if I remember correctly. But he's in every episode. He's kind of like the Crypt Keeper.
Okay.
Oh, hey, William. I'd like to have that. See, look at William. Look at that. He's got a talking Freddy doll from the 90s. That's good stuff, man.
Oh, wow.
I actually have the box for that talking Freddy doll. I picked it up for $1 at a thrift store. There's no doll.
That's our longtime viewer that you won't show the VHS picture from.
William, we talked about your really cool exercise tape that he never sent me the picture of. Just want you to know. But he's got a Alyssa Milano workout tape. Which,
what?
Yeah, which was really cool, man, because you don't see that very often.
You know,
it would be cool to actually see the tape and play it.
I probably should have got this, but it was a Patrick Swayze dancing video.
Yeah,
called Swayze Dances. And it's like him and his family.
Yep. I actually bought that. I ended up giving it to a friend. We found it together, and she wanted it, but I know which one you're talking about. It's funny because he has like the big package going on the cover or whatever.
Yeah, he's like
he's trying to like show
bring
his
him
junk
on the show. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Be more interesting than some of those tapes you got, Bill.
There's some big finds this past episode. Go back and check that out. But definitely check out the fact-checking segment.
The fraud section of the show. I'm going to have to try to go back and like work in a disclaimer on this and let them know that Bill's lying.
Can you do that?
I don't know. I might have power to do it. I don't know. I don't know. I might be in.
It said what this was. It was British rock, the first wave. And it was a PBS, because they have the PBS telethon crap numbers on the bottom. And it opened up with the Prince's Trust concert from '86, and then it moved into this documentary.
That's cool, man.
So yeah, that might.
Well, you might be able to pull, even if you can't do the whole thing in its entirety, you might be able to put sections of it on and string that out into multiple videos. You know, like if it's showing like a whole performance of one of them or whatever, even if it's just one song, it might be cool.
Yeah, it's a bit of work, but for my viewers,
I mean, you know how YouTube pushes some of those short videos. They can never make up their mind what they want you to show, whether they want you to have a long format, a short format, or whatever. Yeah. They want you to be TikTok now with those shorts that they put on there. They don't know what they want to do, but you know, maybe you might be able to catch some views with some of those.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Get us out of here, Bill.
Me? It's your show.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to the tape show.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and thank you, Matt, for popping in, saving the show with the really killer tapes, man. Man, that was a lifesaver. We appreciate it. It started good with my pickups, and then it hit a real down, and then it came right back up. So you really helped out.
I'm super pleased that Matt Bandy could come on here and expose the double standard that I'm having to deal with on this program. So thank you very much.
Pretty bad with that trimmers. I swear I've never seen that. We'll have to go back and find it. That's your homework. Find the clip where I said that was that I didn't want that. I can't believe that. I need it. I don't know. I must have just been like, punk drunk, right? When a boxer keeps getting, and I was like, all these crappy tapes. I was like, oh, it's garbage.
Yeah.
But anyway,
must have been.
All right. It had to be. All right. Well, we'll see you maybe next week or maybe in 2 weeks. It depends on what Bill wants to do because,
We wanted James to take the pasta, right?
Vinyl show next week.
All right. Vinyl show next week, and we'll see you then. Tune in and like, subscribe, share with all your friends. See you later.